Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Dark Souls 3 here at Splat Panda. I'm Matt. Today, I'm going on a fucking suicide run to try to get under this dragon. We're gonna see how it goes. I already cleared out the area under here, so you guys wouldn't have to deal with my bullshit. So we're just gonna see how this goes. I'm gonna get flamed like 16 times. I know how this goes. It's okay, though. What's up, Spear Boy? So the key is, with this dragon, you will take the damage. It's just making sure, A, you have the Estus to sustain it. There's also a claymore out on the bridge. That's a bridge we'll cross to when we get to it. So here's the dragon. He's about to fuck me up. And that's okay. We just need to get over to here. Oh, God. So we got that done. Now, if you look out here, though, there are tons of items. And I believe the claymore is that one in the very back. You can see you don't take an immense amount of damage, but it does kind of stagger you enough that it causes problems as you're trying to make your way across. And if you don't have the Estus or the ability to drink it fast enough, then you are effed. So, that's what we want to try to make happen. So, where we want to go, over there, we can open up a little bit of a shortcut also to get over here if we should so need it. And God knows we do. It's also a little fucked that one of the first treasure chests that gives you is a mimic. For those of you who don't know, mimics breathe. Let's see if we can't catch it in the act. See that chest breathing a little bit right there? See the tongue in there? But more importantly, the chain comes forward on mimic chests. So we're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna get a two-hand swing on this bitch, and then I'm gonna switch it back. Just try to go ham before you can stand up, because they're so strong and super fast, and they have a really good grab attack. And running out of stamina is something that you can definitely have happen. You can see they pack a wallop, especially in this early game stage. I mean, like, I don't have the strength to take too much damage from this guy. Keep the ladder between us. I mean, that kick, like, who are you, fucking Pele? No! You got me. That might be all she wrote for us, kids. We'll come back. I should have really just run up and opened that other side of that door, though, huh? Is that our first death, ladies and gents? So I am going to beeline for that ladder. The chest will be back asleep. I believe that's what contains my deep battle axe, but I'm going to do this so that I don't have to clear out the entire bridge every time. If you remember, there was a door right here that says does not open from other side. Now it does, motherfucker. And we've essentially now unlocked all aspects of Lothric, at least as far as navigational purposes. Like I said, there are still some areas that the game wants you to loop back on. We did one of them, Grey Rat, but another is a Dark Wraith down in the basement, which comes along much, much later, which is kind of nice because the game expects you to remember that that's there. Not that the... I could use my talisman, by the way, to get this out, but I prefer... We're not going to shield ourselves, so we're going to two-hand this fight. No. Again. That was dumb, man. You know, they say the definition of crazy is doing the same thing twice in a row, and I just did it. Don't worry, I'll cut out the run back. Well, now it won't be very long either. Used long ago by Lloyd's cleric knights on their undead hunts. Although Allfather Lloyd is long forgotten by the way of light, his hunts have lived on, and this charm allows one to challenge undead without fear of tenacious healing. Cha! Yep, that's what I thought. Give me that axe. Give me the axe. What are you doing? Thank you. I still really want to fight it. I want to fight it. He's so tired. Alright, we got our kicks in, that's for sure. Do your thing. I almost got again. How pissed would you guys have been? Haha! It was probably a waste. But look, he's dead. I feel better about myself. Can't be leaving mimics alive. Although I still need the Estus. thought I had a throwing knife in that spot, by the way. But I forgot that we put the talisman there not but 4 seconds ago. But we have our battle axe. And that's what I think I'm going to roll with for just a hot minute here. So let's go ahead and take a look at the axe. Got a really nice axe. So right now we are doing 45 physical damage with this long sword. The battle axe does 42, but it does, well, sorry, let's go over this again. 110 plus 16. Instead, we're only going to be doing 103, but with 103 dark damage. And that is, that's what I'm into. So we're essentially doubling as long as we're not fighting something that is immune or resistant to dark damage. Now, what we are not done with is trying to get the Claymore. I don't know if I have the health necessary for this particular run, but there's only one way to find out. The arching swing of the deep battle axe is a little goofy. He almost swings too far behind him. It has like a 360 attack range, but it could be faster if it didn't do it that way. Hey, the fuck, bro? I guess I can go out from straight under the dragon, huh? Y'all gonna make me unleash the dragon. I don't want to really unleash the dragon. Can I make that jump? I gotta know. Let's kick out this chair. And let's see if we can't do this. Of course we can. Dark Souls. I'm going for the back corner. We're going for this Claymore. Even if we die, it's a suicide run, you know? I'm going for all of it. You guys gotta understand. Oh, that initial flame, though. Ah, I got us. But we'll be able to get back to that health pretty easily. We got it all, though. That's a good suicide run right there, ladies and gents. Can you please torch all these motherfuckers? Or grab and run. Grab and run. Go ahead. As you were, dragon. Hey, that hollow in the back. What's he doing? Hey, you don't get to live. Okay. On we go. We need to progress to the end of the level at this point. Which I am going to run back to the bonfire. We're going to go back to Andre, and then we're going to go back to our other tower so that we can use our newly opened shortcut to get to the end. Okay, so we have the battle axe, but we also have the clay. I think I might use the clay for a little bit just by the force of habit. So I'm going to go ahead and put it in my hands because it feels so nice. Oh, I'm not strong enough yet, huh? 16 strength, and I'm at, what, 14? Could probably remedy that. I'm going to go ahead and sink the souls in. Only D scaling, though, huh? There's no attribute bonus because the other is... Is it D because I'm not strong enough? Or is that just what it's going to be? Whatever. Andre, my man, what's up?
What?
Yes, reinforce weapon. Make my claymore strong. Make it strong again. Thank you.
Be careful.
Now, can I level up with you, my dear?
Welcome home. Very well. Then
I think we might be able to get one, and then maybe I can use the souls I've found to get the rest. Yep, that looks to be the case. We could two-hand it, but that's not going to be very helpful. Oh, I haven't equipped it. Great. Look at my invisible sword. Yeah. People running the game with their bare fists. Like, what is wrong with you? My items. Let's go ahead and pop this. 800. Really great. Really great. Am I not going to be able to do this yet? Am I going to have to fight the Swordmaster first so that I can do this? Maybe that has done it.
Welcome home.
Darling? What say you?
Very well. Then
That's it. Thank you, my dear. You've made me a very happy man, as per usual.
One.
Are we ready to fight the Swordmaster yet? I feel like I should get a better grasp on my weapon before we try to do that nonsense, huh? Yep, we'll come back. I know you were excited. And I also have some bad news. I don't think I'm gonna plan on fighting the Dancer early, only because the lore layout of the game, I like where the Dancer falls in. It's one of my favorite boss fights. I don't want to knock it out early or piss myself off early. And there's no real reason to go to Lothric early, so I'm going to leave the Dancer fight the way it's supposed to be, okay? You guys just respect that. Just respect it. Just respect it. Now, Dark Souls 3 has much more of a... it's all really cool level design, as always. What was really cool about Dark Souls 1, though, and I think that a lot of people think that maybe is lacking from this one, which may honestly be an unfair criticism, honestly. I know I said honestly twice, but I mean it. That's how you know I mean it. Is that Dark Souls 1 had a verticality to it. That was sort of what was felt so clever about its level design. I don't mean to change from was clever to felt clever, because it was clever. But this clay is going to do the job for me, I think. And the way that it folded back on itself, the way it felt really open, was all a lot more clear because of that verticality, right? You could be in one area that connected to another, that connected to another, because there were multiple levels in which it could fold back on itself. So you have an area like the Valley of the Drakes that actually connects like 6 different areas. And when I say 6, I really mean like 3. But that's a lot for a video game. To have one area that sort of folds back on everything else. Being able to one-shot these guys is going to be super helpful. The problem is, well, we also have like a nice crowd control move. It is a slow move, and if I queue it up, this game has something called weapon queuing, or excuse me, attack queuing. So if I tap R1, I'm going to tap R1 twice. So actually I let go, but if we watch it here, I hit it a couple times there, and then I wasn't pressing the button anymore. That next attack waits in a queue, essentially, so that you'll actually still commit it off. Same thing happens if you try to drink Estus. So what happens if you have a really slow weapon like this? A mistake, like sort of button mashing, is punished pretty hard, which for a game with such tight combat like this isn't really a surprise or anything I'm too upset by, but it's a danger of using the Claymore, for sure, because, you know, you take your swings like that, an enemy is already dead, but you've already committed to another half a second move. That's enough time for something to kill you in this game. But fuck do I love this Claymore. So there's a few things. I do like that you can drop down and go straight to the boss fight right here. I like that. I've actually never considered it until this moment. Look at that, the light coming down, the church where you do the dance with the Boreal Valley, the fight with the dancer of the Boreal Valley. I mean, this is a fucking pretty game. So, but all leading back to what I was saying a second ago, that verticality of Dark Souls 1, I think, is a part of what made people feel like it was so clever. And then when you hear people say that that doesn't exist in this game, that's not exactly true. This game is just more like a Bloodborne in that its level design is more horizontal than vertical. And it leads to a different feel. But the different areas fold back on themselves just the way Dark Souls 1 did. They all still have really great level design. Level design doesn't just mean it has to be clever connections and shortcuts. That's not what level design is. Level design is the way you have to maneuver the area to fight the enemies. Level design is the way you have to... you can use items to sort of lead you to where you're supposed to go. Level design is the way that... you know, maybe enemies or their routes or their AI lead you to where you're supposed to go or what you're supposed to do or how you're supposed to fight them. And even by traditional level design, the shortcuts and things like that still exist in this game. So I think on every front, the level design is still fantastic in Dark Souls 3. It's just different than Dark Souls 1, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with it being different. So I'm Team Dark Souls 3. That's not to say I like it more than Dark Souls 1. That's not the argument I'm making right now. I'm just saying I don't like the case that Dark Souls 1 is like the end-all be-all of level design. Go fucking look at Lost Islith and tell me it's the greatest game ever designed. You know what I mean? This game has a more consistent design, which I think is important. Oh, I let him buff it, and I just ran in to take it to the face. You know, something I didn't consider with my new weapon is that I'm slow rolling now. Come on. I will backstab you. I will make you pay. The good thing about the clay, though, and most weapons in this game, they all have their pluses and minuses. So if it's heavy or slow, it can certainly swing through like heavy shields like this guy has. However, being this slow is not a dream come true for me right now. I'm about to say, and I gotta finish him, or otherwise he's gonna make me pay. We need to figure out a way around that, I think. Especially before this boss fight. I don't think we're ready to fight that slowly. That boulder up there, though. So I might go ahead and talk to her, clear out this area. So I kept mentioning I don't think I'm going to fight the dancer. He comes basically out of the fucking ooze of the sky right here if you kill her now. Otherwise, there's sort of some plot triggers, 2 bosses in particular, that activate a fight with this boss, sort of, which opens up the end game, essentially, the final, like, third or quarter, depending on how you want to look at it. But you can fight that boss now if you were to kill her. I don't think I'm going to do that.
The wait has been long, unkindled one. I am Emma, High Priestess of Lothric Castle. Allow me to speak frankly. You will not find the Lords of Cinder here. They have left, gone, to their churning homes, converging at the base of this castle. Head to the bottom of the high wall. Forge on through the great gate and raise this banner to proceed.
That might be the most direct instruction a Souls game has ever given you.
This farewell gift is for you. It is the insignia of an old covenant. If you fear trespassers, dark spirits drawn by the embers, then etch this upon your heart. And the old Concord will beckon noble blue sentinels to hunt these foul spirits.
So now we have the Way of Blue, which essentially brings in people to help you fight.
Unkindled one, head to the high wall's base. Go through the great gate, but beware. The dog keeps a close eye on things. The vile watchdog of the Boreal Valley.
Vordt.
Go through by the...
Alright, we got it. So let's see what we can do about my weight. Need to drop a few LBs. So we are at 74. I wonder if I drop my gauntlets. That's enough. That's what I think we're going to do. We're not particularly fast, but we're not particularly slow. We'll start finding some items that will open up some more options as well. I normally don't wear heavy full-on night garb like this. What's up, brother? The clay is punishing to these Balder Knights. I mean, just taking a weapon to +2 at this stage of the game. The clay also takes a lot of stamina, in case you couldn't tell. Oh, he stunned me. I'm not trying to die to you, man. I beat your big brother. That move is so strong. But if you leave yourself an opening, you can take those guys out. And especially with the amount of reach the Claymore has, your playbook's a little bit more open. Like I said, it's still not fast, but it's open. So let us see. Yeah, I'm not going to proceed down the steps just yet. I am curious, though, for science. How much fall damage do we take if we essentially jump down to the boss from here? Looks pretty far. I don't want to take unnecessary damage. Oh, none. None to here, at least. And I can go to here. Oh, and then I got myself stuck. Okay. But that still would allow us to avoid them. Okay, okay, okay. Good signs, good signs. I think that's going to be our approach to get through that bridge. So, I'll cut you guys on back in. I'm just going to go rest at the bonfire so that we're ready to fight the boss. Alright, so I think we're going to go ahead and take this down. I don't know if you just saw that move, though. That's another reason I like the Claymore. So you have your crowd control, a wide sweep. But you also have an R2, which is a thrust, and you can tap it. It's not particularly slow, but it helps you in long hallways where you need to take out maybe if you have multiple hollows in a spot just like this. you can sort of do this right through it, take a bunch of them out, and you don't have to worry about sort of being in that situation where you clip the walls like this and you lose some of your damage or deteriorate your weapon, things like that. So, like I said, we can, for science sake, drop down here. We could probably also drop down here to deal with even less, but I don't think there's any reason for the added risk of that. We'll just come through and take out these folks, make sure we're not leaving any items on the table. You can also see all these guys with their shells. I don't know if it's supposed to be that they were praying, but we're going to meet one of them later and kind of learn about what they're all about. No need to be losing health in these situations. And see, in that case, we can break his shield because we have enough power behind our clay. We can also kick, like the old days. Get through and hurt those bad boys. So we've cleared off this area. I'm going to actually go ahead and put an ember in one of my slots. I don't want to have to use it because if I can avoid using it, then we can... what the... I don't want this. I don't want this. What I do want is to put an ember in one of my slots here, though. And we will do that so that we can pop it to heal and also increase our overall health bar, should we need it in this fight against Vordt of the Boreal Valley. I can't fucking... Are you kidding me? Vordt of the Boreal Valley. Vordt of the Boreal Valley Fitness. Oh, what is it? What awaits us? This is a pretty cool boss for the early game. I like it. Cool arena, basic, just kind of welcome back to Dark Souls. You mad, bro? Oh. The key with this boss is just to kind of roll through and get under him. And then keep your health topped off, because he will frostbite you. I also don't know how much shielding I'm going to do, so I'm actually going to two-hand. You spend a lot of time not knowing what you're looking at. And getting steamrolled. That's okay. We're going to let him have his hissy fit here. So Frostbite hurts you, but also really hurts your ability to recover stamina. I should ember up, honestly, because that will happen. Unnecessary deaths, guys. Alright, let's try to actually use the shield this time. See if that doesn't help a little bit. There we go. I mentioned that move queuing before, and that applies to your rolls too. You can put yourself in bad spots by over-dodging, actually. Or you can put yourself in a position where you can't actually reach the boss anymore because you've rolled too far away, which can be equally bad to sort of miss windows in fights where you have limited windows in the first place. God damn. We're gonna ember. It's much easier when you just get a little bit more aggressive with him, so that'll do the trick. Not too bad. I wish I hadn't died to him because it's no need to have that kind of thing happen, but you know what? It's a tragedy I think I'm willing to overcome mentally, and I think we'll go ahead and rest at this bonfire. What's on the other side of the gate and where we go next? That's going to have to wait for the next episode, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the episode. If you did, please hit the like button. It helps us out a lot. If you want to leave comments below, let me know what you think we could do differently, what you want to see me do next, what kind of weapons you want to see me use, help me with some fashion souls. Go ahead and leave comments below. I love hearing from you guys. And beyond that, if you want to see new episodes of this every single day, hit subscribe. Thank you for watching. We'll see you again next time.